Hi, how you doing? My name's Kaylee from Wild Hour Skincare. Here I want to show you how I add my ingredients when we're making a small batch. These are good for testers as I wanted to use a few higher-end ingredients, but here we're just adding the water-based ingredients such as rose water and then a tiny bit of aloe powder which creates this kind of nice aloe water as our base. Before I work with anything, everything is sanitized as I go because who wants to find out a batch doesn't work for something like that? From there, I add in our butters and oils, but making such a small batch, it's kind of hard to get these little crumbly bits. But I gotta say, it's much easier than having to chip away at the 25 kilo block, so it makes it easier. Here I add some of the oils. I'm using sweet almond and safflower oil. These are two really nice vitamin-rich oils. And then go in our emulsifiers. I wanted to use more eco-friendly emulsifiers, so I've used Citral and Vegemals, and they seem to make a nice sort of thin formula, which will be perfect for this batch. From here, I gently heat the ingredients up to around 70, and sometimes I forget which one is the rose water, so I like to add the rose water in first as that will come all the way out of the jar and not set on the sides, so it's a great way of doing it. With such a small batch, the blender does go a little bit crazy, it does bubble up, so I tend to blitz and then have pauses where I hand mix it. But blitzing lots to make sure that is completely emulsified and joined together with the oils. This is where I sort of hand mix, and as I'm going, I'm checking the temperature of the ingredients, and so I can know where I'm at with adding the cool phase ingredients. Now I do start putting aside the cool phase ingredients. This is some of my really fun ingredients, which is plant extracts. I'm using a bit of Kakadu extract, Davison plum, and also some powdered ingredients. I find because a lot of the extracts actually have glycerin already in it, it's the perfect base for working with powdered ingredients like preservatives and D-L-panthenol. So I find it mixes pretty well. Now with essential oils, I put in the tiniest amount. I find that's probably the one ingredient with sensitive skin that's going to make you react. Even extracts, so even they're usually only about 2%. And that's where I can slowly mix them up and add them to the actual base formula.